How you guys and girls doing today? Black Boy Gamer. In this video, I'm bringing you an Overwatch guide for healer mains. 3 tips healers need to know. Let's do it.
Young Savage, why you trapping so hard? Why these niggas capping so hard? Why you got a 12-car garage? Why you pulling out?
So like I always say, y'all, appreciate every single one of y'all that stop by my videos. Y'all just want subscribers and views with y'all family, and I really mean it. Thank you for 500 family members, y'all. Y'all are the best. And if you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe and like. It really helps out. With that being said, let's get right into these tips. So the very first tip I have for y'all healer mains out there is callouts are #1 priority. Now what I mean by this is, now you might tell your team members to call out like every once in a while, or you might tell your team that it's important for them to make call outs, or you might say that, or if you don't call out, you know, people are going to die or something or what have you. But for healers, it's especially important because you're going to be focused. That's right. As a healer main, you're going to be the ones people are going to go after because they know if they can take you out, they can take the team out. So call outs are so important. If you see somebody coming behind your team, say something. If you see somebody coming in front of your team and somebody else doesn't see them, say something, y'all. It is so important because they're going after you more than likely. If you're up in, especially if you're up in higher diamond, you're going to see this in all forms of rank, but especially up in higher diamond, master, grandmaster, any DPS is going to go after the healers because of course they understand that once the healers are dead, the team's just going to wither off. So please make sure to do call outs because it's important and it will save your team's life. The second tip that I have for y'all is your ultimate is a lifesaver. Let me explain. Y'all, your ult is the best out of all of them. I know in some of my videos I've said that maybe Zarya or Sombra. That's looking from a DPS standpoint. Y'all, the healer's ult is literally like, I mean, Mercy's ult literally brings you back to life. Lucio's ult literally gives you tons of HP for a short amount of time. I mean, y'all, the amounts, the kind of combinations you can do with other DPS ults and everything like that. There's, you know, fancy wombo combos. That's fine. That's all fine and dandy. But your ult saves lives. So what I want to tell you on this one, y'all, is please make sure to use your ult correctly and at the right time. Remember, you also have to remember that some healers don't get their ultimate back really fast, depending on the healer you're using and how much damage is being put out so you can actually heal your team. I mean, I know some experienced teams will tell their friends to actually take damage on purpose so you can get heals faster. That's the kind of struggle you're going to be going through as a healer. So please make sure when you do get that ult to use it at the correct time and time it correctly, because your ult will literally shift the game, and it does shift the game. So like I said, make sure you're ulting at the correct time and make sure that you're sending your team out there to take damage so you can get your ult back as fast as you can, and make sure that you're using it all at the proper times. And whenever somebody else on the enemy team's trying to ult, make sure they be there for that counter ult. And y'all, the third one, even though this one is, I'm not gonna say like bad or like, you know, is goes without saying, but this one I really think is really important. And don't forget about the damage sometimes. I mean, I know what y'all gonna say. I mean, really, y'all, Mercy's pea shooter or Lucio's wave gun, just remember that. Just remember that you still have damage, and even though it's minimal, even though it's small, even though it cannot actually kill someone 1v1 in a full health situation, remember that, y'all. Use that to your advantage, because when Zarya goes in for a graviton, those extra shots could kill somebody, or you never know. You've seen Mercy take down Genjis and Mercy's take down other people before. Lucio, same thing. And your headshot multipliers, y'all, for your healers are insane. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. So you'll be surprised at the kills you can get, especially if you're in a tight situation, and if you're if you're away from your team for whatever reason, you just can't get back to your team. Don't be afraid to shoot, y'all, because that will actually drive some DPS away from you. So make sure that you remember that damage you have. Remember that anytime you're in a situation that you feel like you can't get out of, you're about to die, don't forget to shoot, because that might be enough not to kill them, might be enough to make them go back to their team because they need heals. So don't forget about that, y'all, and that can actually get you some kills and actually put you on the positive side of your team and actually shift the game over to a brand new perspective. I just wanted to bring y'all this video, y'all, because I think this is really important for y'all healers out there. And like I said, I'm going to be doing, somebody requested me to do this. I'm going to put this in the end. So just an overview. Like I said, #1, call outs are #1 priority. Like I said, call outs are priority just in general in this game in general, but especially in the higher ranks, and especially for healers, no matter what rank and competitive or what rank you are, they're going to be going after you because they know if they can kill you, they can get rid of you, and the enemy team still has their healers, they're going to win that fight because you have no heals coming in, and there's just a whole bunch of damage going to your team. So please make sure to do those call outs, because that's #1 priority for you guys and girls. Your ultimate is your lifesaver. Remember, y'all, you build ult pretty slow as a healer depending on how much damage the enemy team is putting out, even though you might tell your team to go out there and take damage on purpose. Remember that, y'all. Remember, you get your ult real slowly to make sure you conserve that and use that for special moments, because your ult is a game changer. Your ult is the most important, not DPS. Your ult's the most important, and it will change the shift of the game. And number 3, don't forget about the damage. Like I said, y'all, even though your damage is insignificant compared to DPS or tanks, things like that, y'all damage can actually get the job done. And if you're being chased down, your damage can actually lead a DPS main away from you, or somebody who's trying to kill you away from you, to go back to their team to get heals because they don't have enough heals. And like I said, y'all, don't forget to shoot, because like you said, you have a DPS, you have a weapon for a reason. Make sure you use that weapon to your advantage, especially if Zarya does a graviton, or you see the chance of opportunity when nobody's focusing you necessarily. If everybody else is scrambled, you never know, you might be able to get a pick or two for your team. All right, y'all, this is the end of this video. Hope y'all did enjoy this guide. Let me know if this really helped y'all healers out there, and I will catch y'all on the next one. BBG.
Meow! Let's get Wiz Khalifa high, yeah. Get meditated over medicated, get Wiz Khalifa.